Hello all, we are here for one more lesson of this VariCAD 2016 training course, and this lesson will have the topic named Sketching 2D Drawing in 3D. We've seen until now, and we've talked a couple of times about two different modes to work inside VariCAD. One of these modes is the 2D, which we've seen almost everything, and there are almost all previous lessons are about the 2D environment. And we've mentioned also, and we've started already on the 3D environment. So we've mentioned there were two places to develop work, but in fact there is what we can call a third environment, and this third environment is called 2D in 3D or sketching mode. Okay, this is quite easy, and I will make a very simple geometry to show you what you can do in this mode. Let me make a cube, okay, simple one, and I will make also a cylinder. I will use these measures, no problem. Let me push this a little to the top. Okay, I think it is okay. Something like this. So basically, this sketch mode, this 2D in 3D, starts always defining a drawing plan. And we can use this function here to activate this mode. So the first information, it is to say where I will draw. What is the drawing plan or sketching plan? We have all these methods and they are quite easy. So basically you can use the sketching plans in space, the 3 sketching plans, or you can define, for example, a plane on one of the solids. So for example, I can say this one and say, let me use this plan, and now everything I do is located in this drawing plan. Or for example, I can use the same mode, but the difference between these two is that the first option will highlight the outlines of the plan and the second one will not do it. We can use also the sketching plan defined by a single element axis or the axis of the entire solid. For example, I will choose a solid, okay, and then which axis to choose the plan I will work with. So for example, this one, and okay, I have my sketching plan there. And the last one, interesting, it is defined by 3 points. For example, I can say this point, and for example this point. Okay, it is a strange one. Okay, so basically when we define this, we define a sketching plan. Let me use one simple one, outlines. And then when I activate one plan, I get all the 2D functions, the normal ones, to draw. So I will not spend time telling you this, because basically the intention is to create a sketch to after create a solid by several methods. For example, everything I do, okay, it will be done, as you can see, always on the plan that was activated. Okay, very normal 2D functions. Besides these normal functions, the only difference we have in what is shown here are these. For example, we can have a display of the solids, even working in this environment, shaded or wireframe. We can have this possibility to see thick lines or more faded lines, and to view or not the grid. Okay, Besides, we can use on this toolbar that you know already from the 2D side, we can use also some points that are projected from 3D to this plan. For example, if I want to pick a point, I will say, okay, project the point, and I can say, for example, this point here. But this point, if used, will be projected to the plan where we are working. Another possibility is to get outlines or contours or intersections, whatever, with these two possibilities. The first one is to get the contours of a solid that intersect the plan where we are working. So, for example, I can choose a solid, and you see it created more or less, it's a rectangle, because it is these lines define the intersections from the solid to the sketching plan. And another possibility of the same level, it is to choose this function on the side, and instead of having the entire solid, just one patch, or if you can call it just one surface. For example, saying only this, and you see only this surface was crossed by the plan. Okay, so basically you can create whatever you want here, and after sketch what you want, you can say okay, it is finished, and then you create a solid by one of the methods we will speak about later. But the easiest one, for example, the extrude, you can give these informations and then choose the profiles and confirm. It is done. The advantage of doing this creation by this method directly on the 3D is that if you need to edit later the solids or these basic profiles, then they will be edited in the same place where they were created, which is quite convenient, instead of having this creation done on the 2D that in fact has no connection with the solid. So in the remaining lessons we will see more about creating solids on the 3D, on the pure 3D, and on this new environment. But the intention of this lesson was to show you the concept to work with this feature of the program.